you guys, so I'm so excited for today's video because today I'm going to be doing a first impressions, kind of like a get ready with me using all new products from Fenty Beauty. You guys, I went to the launch party yesterday and oh my gosh, I saw Rihanna literally 2 feet away from me. And she is so much more beautiful in person. She literally looks like a Barbie doll in person. Her skin is flawless. She's so tall. She's just perfect. I honestly was so excited for Fenty Beauty just after seeing the previews because Fenty Beauty really showcased so much diversity in their campaign. And you guys know I come from an Indian background. Diversity for me in the beauty space is so important. And the slogan for the brand is beauty for all, and they're all about all different skin tones, all different backgrounds, and I love that so much as a woman of color. Brands that really embrace diversity just are so close to my heart, so I'm really excited to be testing out some of these amazing products from Fenty Beauty. Now before I actually get into the get ready with me, I quickly just want to talk about the packaging for the products because the packaging is just so stunning. So this is a quick close-up of the outer packaging. Very cool, very different looking. But of course, I really do want to focus and talk about the actual packaging of the product. This octagon shape, is this an octagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is definitely an octagon shape. So the compacts look like this. And then the actual, they call it like the matchsticks. They look like this. You do have them in this white outer packaging, and then you also have them in this nude packaging. And the coolest thing is that everything kind of is magnetic, so it attaches to one another, which I think is so brilliant. You can customize it to your liking between like the concealers, the highlight, the contour, and this is like your personal little set, which I think is just so genius. I also just quickly want to show you guys the packaging for the foundation and the primer. Again, super high quality and just so beautiful. So the packaging is really cool, but now I want to jump and talk about each and every product individually and show you guys how I came up with this look. So if you guys would like to see all of that, then please keep on watching. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start off by using the Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer, and the packaging on this is so pretty. Now the website says that this is a shine-stopping, pore-diffusing primer that smooths the way for better foundation and application, and longer wear with an instant retouch effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit on my fingers and just apply this all over my skin. Now I don't have large pores all over my skin. I do have them like over here, so I do have to look at this closer to see if this is actually filling in my pores. But just initial thoughts, it feels really moisturizing on the skin, but not like oily. It just feels like hydrating. It actually feels like a moisturizer more than a primer. Now I am taking a quick look up close, and it does look like my pores have been, not just like touching my face, you guys, it feels really smooth. So far, I do like how this primer feels, and like I said, it feels more of like a moisturizer versus like a true primer, but I do like how it feels so far. Okay, now I'm gonna just go ahead and use the foundation, and this is honestly the one thing that I'm most excited about. Of course, there's other things that I'm really excited to use as well, but this is definitely like the one thing that I'm dying to use. Just so you guys know, there's 40 shades in the range, and I did try out the lightest and the darkest, and I promise you, no matter what shade you are, no matter what undertone you have, there is something for you in this collection. So if you've been struggling to find a good foundation, I would really look to Fenty Beauty, because from what I saw, like the spectrum of all the different shades was just absolutely crazy. But anyway, I do have the details pulled up, and it says it is a soft matte long wearing foundation with buildable medium to full coverage in a boundary breaking range of 40 shades. So I got matched, and I am supposedly in the shade 330, and apparently when Rihanna is not tanned, this is her shade as well, which just makes me feel like extra special. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and apply the foundation all over my skin with the Fenty Beauty foundation brush number 110, and I think I'm just going to take some on the brush directly and just start to apply this all over my skin. And I do like how yellow it is, but it's not like green yellow, you know what I mean? Have you guys ever tried, if you have yellow olive undertones, like some foundations are so yellow that you actually look sick? So far this is not doing that to me, but anyway, we will see how it applies all over the skin. Right now you can see it is like blending right into my skin, which I'm so happy about. Because honestly, you guys, when they matched me last night, it was so dark where we were. Not even dark, it was almost like red lighting. And when the makeup artist matched me there, I was kind of just like skeptical. I'm like, really? Did she actually get my color match right? Because it's such weird lighting here, but right now it's looking like it's matching me really, really well. Okay, so this is basically like the first layer, and oh my god, I'm so happy with the way this looks. You guys, so far it's like matching me really, really nicely. I do have to say that this is definitely more on like the yellower side, but I definitely like how it's looking so far on my face. And it feels really light on the skin as well. It doesn't feel like heavy. Okay, so this is just one layer using the Pro Filter foundation, and I love how my face looks. This is literally such a good match. You guys can see it down to my neck. It matches me beautifully, and you can see this is just one layer. So this is definitely medium to full coverage. I also just want to quickly talk about this brush because it's really soft on the skin. It feels like really like nice and sturdy. So this seems like a really high quality brush, but honestly, you guys, I just feel like there are so many manufacturers making brushes in the market now that are inexpensive. So I just don't feel the need to go out and spend like, you know, $20, $30, $40 on a single brush when you can get the same thing for under like $12 to $15, you know what I mean? So while this is a really nice brush, I just don't feel like this is like the star for me so far. Okay, you guys, this is the second layer, and I'm dying because it looks so good. I really hope you guys can see it on camera how good it looks, but in person, my skin looks flawless, but it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look heavy. I'm also going to insert some close-ups so you guys can see hopefully what I'm seeing. So far, the color match is absolutely perfection, and I love this foundation. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and conceal and contour and highlight and all that good stuff. And I quickly just want to talk to you guys about this right here. Now these are called the Matchsticks, and you can basically customize these to your liking. Between like the concealers, the contours, the highlight, you can customize it, and they're magnetic, so they actually stick together to one another. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't like gimmicky stuff like this. I always find it to be like I said, gimmicky and like tacky, and like I never really use stuff like this. But this is actually so genius. Like you can see, it's so portable and so useful to use like this. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Latte as my concealer today. And I really didn't know if this was going to be a good match. I kind of just like picked it out, and I'm gonna hope and see if this works for my skin to highlight. This is kind of looking a little bit dark for me as a concealer. It looks like it's actually going to be my exact shade, but we're gonna go ahead and see if this works out anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this underneath my eyes, and yeah, that's actually way too, not dark, but this is like exactly my skin tone. Like I can literally use this as foundation. You guys know, if you've been following me for a while, that I do like my under eye area to be a lot lighter than my actual skin tone, because I really like this area to look bright, and this is matching me exactly, which we'll see how it looks when I blend this all out. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take this contour and concealer brush. It's in this little tiny packaging, and this is really cute to look at, but I just know that this is going to be kind of like pointless for me because I just don't like brushes like small like this. But anyway, let's just give this a go. And yeah, the brush is really, really nice and soft. I do have to say it's like insanely soft for a synthetic brush, but I do find it kind of awkward with how small it is to hold and use. I just know that I'm gonna kind of forget about this brush. So honestly, so far with what I've used in terms of like the actual tools, I would save you money and spend it on the actual makeup. I do like the Matchstick concealer, but I feel like it's not bright enough for me underneath my eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium, not taking too much product because I've already applied like a lot of concealer and whatnot. But I do wanna test out this beauty sponge. This feels really, really soft. I have to see what this is called. Precise makeup sponge. And just like by wetting it, I did wet this, it was much smaller before. It's really, really, really soft and squishy. This is honestly feeling exactly like a beauty blender, but even softer, if that's even possible. But let's just go ahead and see if this actually does a good job at blending out my concealer. I'm not really sure how I feel about this particular shape, and I think that just could be because I'm so used to the beauty blender. I see what they have tried to do. They tried to basically cut the egg shape in half at an angle, and then they have like this flat side versus the point. And I don't know how I feel about the shape so far. Let me try using this side. Okay, so I do like the texture of this sponge. It is very squishy, very bouncy, but I kind of wish that instead of the flat top here, it was at a point. Now, if you already have your beauty blender or your other favorite sponge, do you need to go out and spend your money on this? Absolutely not. But if you do buy this, I do think that you'll be very, very happy with the quality. Next up, I have the Universal Blotting Powder, and I know that this is a blotting powder, but I think I'm actually going to use this to set my under eye concealer in place. And I'm also going to use that with the Touch Up brush. Looking at it is actually really, really, really cute. Like, it's so teeny tiny, but I actually don't like the fact how tiny it is because it's kind of hard to hold and use. It's like kind of awkward, but I feel like if you are looking for like small brushes to travel with, this could be a good pick. Okay, so I know that this is not really supposed to be like a setting powder, but I did use it to set my concealer and it does look like it set it really nicely. So I'm not going to complain whatsoever. Okay, now to contour my face, I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Truffle. Oh, you guys, this is like so creamy and pigmented. And I literally just like did one little swipe. But I'm also just going to apply this on the side of my nose. And to blend my contour out, I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and use the Contour and Conceal brush that I used earlier, just to kind of blend this out in place, even though it already has my concealer. I feel like it'll still blend it out, and it is blending out really nicely. I hope you guys can see like how creamy these are, that they just blend so fast. Concealers, you guys, are so creamy and pigmented, and they just blend out so nicely. I'm so impressed with these concealers. Okay, now it is time to highlight my face, and oh my gosh, you guys, Fenty Beauty has so many different highlights. They have them in these Matchstick forms, which are basically cream highlights, and these come in 10 different shades, like literally something for everyone, and you can actually use the highlights as blushes as well. And then they also have them in a pressed powder, and they're calling this the Freestyle highlight. And then last but not the least, they have duos. So I actually have this shade right here, which is called Rum. I have a feeling that this might be just a little bit too dark for me as a true highlight, but of course I'm gonna go ahead and give this a go. And then my favorite thing, which I'm the most excited about, is the shade Trophy Wife. Now you guys, everybody at the event was going crazy over this shade. This is the same exact color of Rihanna's dress from last night, and I can't even get over how absolutely stunning this is. Rihanna actually had this all over her eyes, down by her face, and I actually feel like I'm going to use this. I don't know, do you guys think I should put this on my face? Now, personally for me, I wouldn't really use this shade as a face highlight. This is definitely more of like an eyeshadow for me. But I feel like for the purpose of this video, why the heck not? I'm going to actually apply this on the side of my face. And this is just the most beautiful, like sparkly gold. You guys, oh my gosh, that is so intense. Do you see that? Like, that is crazy. Oh my gosh. This is just crazy. I'm actually just going to go ahead and take a fan brush and quickly blend this out. Because for me personally, I don't think I would wear a color like this like out and about. And this, you guys, is like literally not even moving. It's so pigmented and intense that it's like right on my face. But when I am blending it out, it is actually really, really pretty. Okay, so I just went ahead and blended the shit out of this highlight because, oh my gosh, this was like so insanely pigmented and almost got like stuck to my face. And it is pretty, but I am gonna be completely honest with you guys. I would not use Trophy Wife as a face highlight for me. It's just a little bit too gold, as absolutely stunning as it is. It is a very intense gold, and I just don't see myself using this as a highlight. I also do want to point out that as pretty as it is, it does have like pretty chunky bits of like glitter in it. It's not like fine diffused glitter. It is very, very chunky. So for me, I would use this as an eyeshadow versus a face highlight. But if you are someone that's looking for an intense gold face highlight, you will love Trophy Wife so much. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and try the other highlight, and this is the Matchstick Shimmer Skin Stick in the shade Rum. And I feel like this might actually be a little bit too dark for my skin tone. but let's give this a go anyway. Yeah, you guys can see, like, if I hold my head up, that it is actually a little bit too dark for me. But of course, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the product itself. It's just not the right match for me. But if you are darker than me, I think this is a really pretty highlight shade. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe this away with my foundation brush because this shade is just not the right match for me. Okay, so I went ahead and quickly filled in my brows. They're looking a little intense, but we're just gonna go with it. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Trophy Wife again and actually use it as an eyeshadow this time because that's how I would normally use this. And let's just go ahead and see how it applies on the eyes. And oh my God, do you guys see how intense that is? I'm so obsessed with gold shades like this. Now this is definitely like a green gold. It's not like a yellow gold. I mean, it is a yellow gold, but it definitely has a lot of green undertones. But it is just so pretty on the skin. And it looks like my eyes are like sparkling. It's so pretty. If you're just going to buy this highlight to use as an eyeshadow, you're literally going to have this for the rest of your life. And you could probably pass this on to your grandkids because you're never, ever, ever going to go through this. This is a lot of product. And it's so pigmented that you actually don't need a lot of product. I love this shade. This is beautiful. I'm also just gonna go ahead and apply some other eyeshadows to make this a little bit more wearable. Then we're gonna come back and finish off with the lips and my final thoughts. So I will be back in like 5 minutes. Okay, so I went ahead and quickly finished my eyes. I just love how they turned out, even though the lash glue is still drying. That's okay. I just love this like green gold on my eyes so, so much. But anyway, I'm gonna quickly finish off with my lips. Fenty Beauty actually just has one lip product, and this is called the Fenty Glow Gloss Balm, and I actually got 2 of them. So I will be including one of these in a future giveaway, so stay tuned. But you guys know I'm generally not a big gloss person, so I'm probably not going to like this. But that doesn't mean that it's not a good product. It's just because I personally don't like lip glosses. The shade of it is very pretty, and this is supposed to be like a universal color for all different skin tones. Okay, so it's basically just like a clear lip gloss with like the tiniest bit of tint. Again, I'm not a really big lip gloss person, but I do have to say that this is not sticky on the lips, so I do like that. And I actually really like this huge applicator. Like, this is like a huge doe foot applicator, and I do like it, but I'm just not a big lip gloss person, so I don't really have much to say about it. Alright guys, so my entire face is done. Even though my eyelash glue is still drying, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys my final thoughts. And overall, I do have to say I'm really, really happy with all the products that I tried from Fenty Beauty. I will say the complexion category for me from Fenty Beauty is just incredible. If you are someone that's struggling to find like the perfect shade of foundation for you, I guarantee that Fenty Beauty has something for you. I love this foundation so, so much. It looks amazing on camera, in person. It doesn't look like heavy or cakey, even though it is a pretty like medium to full coverage foundation. It doesn't feel dry on the skin. It's just really high quality makeup, and this is definitely like the star of the show. I also really like the concealers that I tried, even though Latte that I did use underneath my eyes was just a little too dark for me. I would have preferred it to be a little bit lighter, but the actual formula of the concealers are amazing. They're very pigmented and creamy and blend like a total dream, so I do love these concealers. I love like this magnetic thing. Like, I think that is so, so cool, so different, and stuff like this, I told you guys, I always find gimmicky. This, I think, is actually practical and so innovative. As I mentioned before, I really do love Trophy Wife for my eyeshadow. I don't really love it for my face. I find that the glitter is a little too chunky, and even though I can definitely make it work like I did today, I really had to like go in and blend it out with a fan brush. I just don't love this as a face highlight. I would only really use this on my eyes, but on my eyes, it's just like beautiful. Now, these little tiny makeup brushes are a total pass for me, 100%. They are very cute. I mean, look how teeny tiny and cute this is. But they are so small that it's kind of like awkward to use. They're just so small versus like an actual brush like this. I do like this foundation brush. Like you can easily apply your makeup with this. It is kind of like awkward to use this teeny tiny brush. If you are looking for high quality travel brushes, I think you'll really like these. But overall, I would just save your money on the brushes and invest it in the actual makeup because the makeup itself is amazing. Okay, guys, so that is it for my Fenty Beauty review. Get ready with me, first impressions. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will definitely be using a lot of these products in future videos, so keep your eye out in the space if you want to see me use more from Fenty Beauty. I'm also looking forward for them to really expand this collection. I know that they're going to launch more lip products. They're definitely also going to launch like eyeshadows because I know they don't have that right now in the collection. I'm just really overall very excited for the brand, and they really just killed it for me in the complexion category 100% of the way, and I'm very impressed so far. So that's really it for my review. I feel like I already said that, but thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on all my social media. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!